they counting me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse, mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walk the mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running, toes they gon' take them. Used to lose, built to win, applied myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, apply myself.
Welcome back to CTC. I'm your gracious host, Carl, and I'm just back for a short episode, maybe 10 minutes, maybe even slightly less. Just give me y'all the previews for today's bowl games. We got 4 today. Just going to preview them real quick before I'm on my way to work. So I fell asleep last night. That's why I didn't go live last night. But like I said, today, we give y'all previews. So yeah, before I do that, I would like to ask you to like, comment, subscribe. It helps the channel. Share the video. It helps the channel. It helps all the shows on the network. But like I said, I got to go to work, so I'm going to get straight into it. We got the first game, the Peach Bowl, today, 12 o'clock on ESPN. Ole Miss versus Penn State. Penn State coming in at 4.5-point favorites. Now, for Ole Miss, they have 12 opt-outs, but nobody major. Nothing super major. Jackson Dart and Quinshon Judkins will play. They got to get the ball to touchdown Trey Harris. He's always key for that Ole Miss passing attack. They have to find ways to run the rock against this Penn State defense. Penn State, the defense has been the backbone for this team all year. Offensively, they've struggled. Drew Allard hasn't looked great at quarterback. They've mainly relied on the run game for Penn State. And they have to get stops. Ole Miss, there's very few games where they've been superior defensively. There's very few games where they actually played well defensively. Now, you do have your Alabama where they played pretty decent. No, they played pretty well defensively, I would say. Arkansas was decent, but was that Arkansas? Was that Ole Miss defense, or was that Arkansas's poor offense? So yeah, because then you do have the explosions like LSU Ole Miss, where they won a shootout 51-45, I believe. So the defense is going to have to step up in major ways today, and they're going to have to get stops because I already said that. Oh wait, all right, cool. So for Penn State, they will be without Manny Diaz at defensive coordinator. He is now the head coach at Duke. Kalen King, he is trending to play, but they will be without Chop Robinson and Olu, the offensive tackle. Drew Allard has to play better. He has the ball because if Ole Miss can put up points, Penn State's going to have to match it. They're going to have to put up huge numbers. I would say if they put up, even 21 to 24-point range, the defense should take care of Ole Miss and the rest of it. And they have to run Katron Allen and Nick Singleton. They have to establish the run. They have to physically impose their will on this Ole Miss defense. With that being said, I struggled to pick a winner in this game. It's like, do I trust Ole Miss offense or do I trust Penn State's defense? And while Penn State defense is good, what if this offense can't keep going and they keep giving Ole Miss multiple time to go down and score? I'm going to roll Ole Miss in this one. I think giving Lane Kiffin time to scheme up against this Penn State defense, they might bode well. The fact that Manny Diaz, the defensive coordinator, is not there might hurt Penn State's defense slightly. And like I said, Chop Robinson not being there, they probably could find some things to take advantage of that. Even though Penn State might have a guy not as good, but good in that position as well. But I think I'm going to lean Ole Miss here. I don't trust Penn State's offense whatsoever. I know the defense is really good, but like I said, no DC. So, yeah, I'm going to go Ole Miss in this one. Moving on to the Music City Bowl, we have Auburn versus Maryland. Auburn, as soon as I can turn this page. Auburn has about 10 opt-outs. Nothing significant. I did see Jair Shorter is opting in the transfer portal, wide receiver that's already transferred from North Texas. Peyton Thorne, he has the ball today. He has the ball. No turnovers because he's prone to throw you some, or at least throw you one your way. You just got to catch it. They have to be ready to stop the run in the screen game because, as I will say later, Maryland's without Talia Tagovailoa. He has opted to go to the draft and not play. Force Maryland's offense to be behind the chains. Like I said, no Talia. So these quarterbacks, we don't know what they're about. I think the one that they're starting only has 10 pass attempts on the year. So let's see what he's about. And they got to establish Jaquez Hunter, the running back, leading Auburn in rushing this year with about 400, not 400. I think he has like 800 yards this year in that range. So got to establish him. And like I said, with Penn State, got to impose your will against this Maryland defense. Now for Maryland, like I said, no Talia Tagovailoa or Corey Dyches, the tight end. But Roman Hemby is trending to play at running back, so they got to establish him. You got to run Roman Hemby. Got to get this quarterback settled in. The quarterback they are turning to is Billy Edwards Jr. He's in line to start. And they got to win the turnover battle. They got to force some picks out of Peyton Thorne, get some short fields, run the ball, win the game that way. But I'm going with Auburn in this game. Auburn has a pretty decent defense. Now I know last Auburn game, they played against a non-conference team. They got smoked by New Mexico State. But I don't think Maryland's offense is as explosive as New Mexico State's without Talia Tagovailoa. So I think with that, Auburn will be able to do a pretty good job against Maryland. I think Maryland, I don't know. We don't know what to see out of Maryland yet. I think it is going to be a battle of the run games, however, because Peyton Thorne isn't really slinging the rock down. He's not really slinging the rock this year for Auburn. Wow, like I said, Billy Edwards, only 10 pass attempts. We don't know what he's about. So I think it's going to be a run fest. I think Auburn wins a run fest, maybe even a low-scoring game. But we move on to the Orange Bowl. Georgia versus Florida State. Now, under regular circumstances, this would be a crazy game. Can't wait. Oh, this is going to be lit. But in this game, we have a bunch of opt-outs, mainly on the Florida State side, which is crazy. But I guess they figured no Jordan Travis, no college football playoffs. Man, whatever. But Georgia, they got some opt-outs, some mainly being transfer portal kids. But for the most part, they're pretty fine. They're going to I saw somewhere that Kirby Smart said the lack of opt-outs compared to Florida State is because Georgia wants to finish out on top. They want to finish with a win. So they don't have as many opt-outs or, transfer portal kids as Florida State. Now, Georgia does have Carson Beck at quarterback. He should be playing. They got to run DeJuan Edwards, of course, especially if Florida State with all these opt-outs. You got to run at him, see what this defense, see if this newly put together defense, see what this about. Run at him, see what you can get. They got to blitz Brock Glenn. I mean, if you remember him in the ACC championship game, they really wasn't trusting him to throw the rock. And especially in the beginning, they was throwing a bunch of screens. And I know I said to throw short passes to get him settled in, but it wasn't just the first two drives. It was like mainly the first half. Just throwing screens, not really attacking downfield. Let's see what we blitz him, take away short. What can he do? And score, because Florida State's not going to be able to keep up with you with Brock Glenn gone and then starting Keon Coleman gone, all them people gone. So score, make this a blowout early. Now, Florida State, they got a bunch of opt-outs, like I said. No Keon Coleman, no Trey Benson, no Jared Verse, no Johnny Wilson, no Jaheim Bell. A lot of players are not playing today for Florida State. So the defense will have to step up in a huge way to try to make this a low-scoring game to hang around and hopefully take the game away late. Brock Glenn is going to have to play a lot better than he did in that ACC championship game. He's going to have to attack downfield. He's going to have to try to make plays downfield. And they're going to have to play inspired because we don't know a lot of this production. We don't know where it's going to come from. You lose your top two receivers, you lose your running back, you lose your tight end. You lose your defensive end on, I think, both sides because they had another guy, Peyton, in the transfer portal. So, yeah, you lose a lot here. So, these young guys stepping up, they got to play inspired. It got to be like USC. They got to play with that emotion. They got to come ready to ball. But Georgia's just going to be too much for these guys. Georgia is already too much for guys who's playing their ones. Now they're going against Florida State team that's playing a bunch of backups. This game's going to be a blowout. Georgia should easily win this Orange Bowl. And we go to the last bowl game of the night. We have the Arizona Bowl, Toledo versus Wyoming today at 4:30 on the CW network, I believe. For Toledo, they will be without Daquan Finn, the quarterback for the past 2 years. He is now transferred to Baylor. He's now gone to Baylor. So what an illustrious career he had at Toledo. Got a MAC championship out of these guys. Made it to the MAC championship. This past season just came up short. But a great Toledo career for Daquan Finn. Tucker Gleason is now in line to start for the Toledo Rockets. We'll have to establish and run Penny Boone a bunch. They're going to have to run the ball. Let's see what this Wyoming defense does against that. They have to contain Andrew Peasley, a guy, like I said, I think he's better when he's running outside the pocket, making plays with his legs. Of course, he can make certain plays with his arm, but I think he's more dangerous when he gives you that threat of running the football. And you got to play better on defense. Defensively, they've been allowing too many points, in my opinion. They gave up, 17, I think, against Miami of Ohio in the championship game, which I know that's a low amount. But if you look at Bowling Green, they gave up 31. Eastern Michigan, they gave up 23. So they've been giving up points. Defense got to play better. Now, for Wyoming, they have no major opt-outs. Andrew Peasley will be the quarterback, and he will have to dominate both with his arm and leg. Head coach Craig Bowl will retire after this game, so I feel like that's another added layer to Wyoming. They want their coach to go out on top with the Arizona Bowl. They don't want to see their coach retire with an L, so I think they'll play more inspired because of that. They have to establish Harrison Wiley, the running back, who's been having a really good year for the Wyoming Cowboys. And they have to stop Penny Boone. Let's see what Tucker Gleason's about. We're going to take away the run. You're going to have to beat us. Daquan Finn's not back there. What are you going to do at quarterback to give your team this win? And with that being said, I'm going to go with Wyoming. Like I said, they have the added factor of playing inspired for their coach. They have Peasley, who's a veteran quarterback, going against Gleason, who only has 10 passes on the year. Now, Penny Boone, Jawan Newton, and these guys, they're going to have to step up. But can they step up against a pretty good Wyoming defense? Harrison Wiley, can they stop Harrison Wiley? Can they not get? Can they hold Wyoming, keep them out the end zone? I mean, they haven't given up 30. Well, they gave up the 30 to Bowling Green, but yeah, the scoring defense has not been as good. Can they turn it around in this bowl game? Those are all questions we have for Toledo. I don't know if they'll answer them all, so I will go with Wyoming to win this bowl game, having Craig Bowl retire with a W and a bowl win. Now, like I said, I am on my way to work. I will catch y'all tomorrow to give y'all recaps for yesterday, Thursday, and today. So tomorrow will be a kind of a lengthy show. You still got major performances as well. So I will see y'all tomorrow. I'm about to head to work. Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.